No recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First down and 10 at their own 30-yard
line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third down, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Calais Campbell fighting his way home for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Yeah. Give me that
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Minshew throwing on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the event.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. Touchdown, Jaguars. It returns the punt 64 yards on the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mike, 55. Hey. Come on. Go.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Watson on 3rd down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Watson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. The toss right to Henry. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Tight down. There you go. Hey, watch it. X3, 218, chop. Hey, Alpha. 5.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Ready. 8-3. All day, dog. Hey, Delta. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Yep. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Throwing left side, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
6-6, bullet high. Bravo. Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take him into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Sharks got it, left side.
Anything moves, we did it. Anything moves, we did it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down, Jaguars.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Hey. Line 51. Don't get nervous. Go.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
951. Here we go, let's bring it. Shut up.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. There goes a deep ball. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
And attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Reset. 19. Mike 50. Mike 50. Alert. Alert.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Okay, double up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Yo, go. Get the ball right here, let's go. Go. Hurry. Mike 55. Shoot.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Fresno. Hey, 59. 59. The mic. 44 is the mic. Oh, you got deep? 44. Mike, 44. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, 59. Hey, man. Let's go.
Again, it's Watson. And caught by Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Leo. Check it.
Now bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Everyone's got 80 weapons. Check three.
Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Rush comes, and they block it. They bring the pressure, and a very short kick. And they will wind up with the football and the possession.
And that's truly the way to change field position, isn't it? Block the punt and then take over inside the 5-yard line. What a tremendous job by them. You change momentum, you change field position, and give yourself a chance to score.
So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt and excellent field position, first and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's...
And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Come forward. First thing.
To throw is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you.
They run it with Armstead. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line.
Look at me. Door. Hey, wahoo.
Mike 51. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Look at me. Zipper.
Here I come again.
Deep grip.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Fuller. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Go! Ready!
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First down, Jaguars.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
Watch the edge.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
You're out.
Let's go. Slam, slam, slam.
Say go.
A give running right is Armstead. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On the run, it's Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
8 read. Yes. Get it.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.